press the button. I'm going to press the button. You've got an integrated battery pocket. They are touchscreen. It is raining. Well, they do say they're water resistant. Coming up to 3 hours. It's absolutely pissing it down.
I can't feel my fingers anymore. They're numb.
Hi everybody. I've been using these trusty Paragon 6 from RST for the last 3 seasons, and I absolutely love these gloves. They are battery powered only. And if you want to see these a bit closer, fantastic gloves, and these are brilliant. But if, like the other day when I forgot to take the spare set of batteries or you forget to charge them, you can be left kind of, in the lurch on a cold day. Now, I intend to ride all year round because, according to the wife, I'm really annoying if I don't ride it at least once a week. So I wanted to look for some option that could connect to either the bike or also to my Keis heated vest, which these can't do. Now, I've recently seen a few reviews on the Keis G901s. Now, these are apparently the extreme, the hottest they do. These are both battery and can link to the bike, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I've taken the plunge. This isn't a sponsored video. Paid for these with my own money. It's about 210 quid, not including the batteries, but I'll put the correct price up. And what I'm going to do is going to unbox. We will have an unboxing video. Then, of course, get on the bike and go out and give them a go. It looks sunny now, but it's pretty damn chilly, and we'll see how it is later on. But hopefully this is going to give me the option to ride all year round with toasty hands. All right, let's get inside and unbox. See you later. Right, so now's the unboxing bit that everybody loves. Came in a huge box, all nicely packaged, so well done for that. And I have, of course, got the batteries. So we'll be testing also in, how long they last. But first of all, let's have a look at what's actually in the box itself. So how does it open? Oh, okay. Oh, that looks quite cool, doesn't it? Microcarbon fibre. So what we got? Oh, cards. 4 cards. What we got there? Usage guidelines. Read thoroughly. PPP regulation EU stuff. An instruction manual. There's also a good interactive one online I saw. And managing your fuses. Now this is important because depending on the amount of equipment you're using or linking up will depend on the fuse you use. So I'll be using a vest and gloves. So I would obviously be using a 5 plus a 1. So that means I'll probably be using the 7.5, but we'll make sure I got that right. Right, in the actual box itself, what do we got? The cable to link to the bike and some fuses. I've already got one on the bike because of my older vest. So be seeing if that's the same. Saves me flapping around, doesn't it? Oh, that's the Y cable. Although I have ordered 2 individual cables to go from the under armpit sockets on there, but you can use this as well. So it'd run from one of those sockets down each arm to the gloves. And we've got the gloves themselves. Let's just talk quickly about the price. Now these are the G901 Extreme. So extreme power, extreme heat. And they're currently coming in at £210. Now I'm not sure if that includes a Bluetooth controller or you have to add that, I'm not sure, but we'll look at that. But in the actual packet, what have we got? Well, they look good, don't they? Can't be denied, they do look good. So the blurb actually says the Keis G901 Extreme Heated Gloves are lightweight, dual powered, 7.4 battery gloves. Well, you can of course connect them to the bike. So what we got? So it's a super fabric, whatever that means. It's a microcarbon heating. So that's the technology they use to actually transfer the heat. You've got an integrated battery pocket. Where's that? Oh, that's there. Okay, 3 levels of heat that can be controlled here. Okay, and I think it's a long press for on and then click, 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 but we'll look at that. And then of course is your socket. And you have palm protection, which is that there. Let's have a look at the actual, it's quite thick, quite well stitched together. There we go. Obviously you can adjust it. And of course it'd be nice to know if that will go over or hopefully under my jackets, my Dainese jackets. You've got, of course, I think that's a carbon fibre. Now let's just try this on. This is the same size as all of the gloves I wear, which I'm a medium. And let's see. Oh wow, that is a perfect fit. So microcarbon hypora membrane, 3M thinsulate, and 3 heat levels. I do like the look of the quality. That's nice. Look good as well, don't they? Extreme. Let's see, these will come off. Cleaning instructions, now they are fully waterproof. Now if we compare these to the other gloves on the market from Keis, there is the G901 lobster heated gloves. Now they come with a hypora, microcarbon, integrated battery, or they're not touchscreen compatible. Then you've got the touring gloves, and they are actually a medium level of heat. So of course, sorry, the G901s were high. Once again, pretty much the same apart from touchscreen. You've got the shorty gloves, and they don't come with a battery. And we have the G901s, which are the ones I see most reviews for those. And not far off of these, except once again, not touchscreen compatible, and a medium. Whereas this, of course, is apparently touchscreen compatible and extreme level. And this is dual texture. Now let me grab my other phone because I'm filming with my main phone, and let me see if they are actually touchscreen. And they are touchscreen. Yay! Cool. Very, very important nowadays, isn't it? Now to connect to the vest, as I mentioned, I have 2 individual cables coming through soon. But what I'm going to do right now is use this Y cable, and I could either go off of this one that goes to, no, I think I'm going to probably have to take one off of there and spread out through and into there. So it would literally be a case of as such. So that would obviously go through that arm, so it kind of stays up. Yeah, there we go. And then you would plug in like so, and then of course either to the battery, but this is going to be too much for a battery, I think, and I don't think they really advise it. And then of course down to the bike itself from the cable that comes out the bottom of the vest. Now these are the 6,000 milliampere, which is actually 3 per battery, and comes with a charger, and apparently you're going to get 3 hours on full heat. And then I think the best thing to do is get out on the road and give them a go. And then I will give a little bit of a comparison between the heat levels on these sexy looking gloves and the much loved RST Paragon 6 that I've been using for, well, let's just say 3 seasons now. So that'd be interesting to do that. Price wise, I'll also, do a bit of a comparison because I'm not quite sure what the Paragon 6s are going for now. Right, let's get suited and booted and get out on the road. Right, little road test time, but this time I'm just going to be testing how long these batteries last. So the batteries are in, they slide in, the cable comes out and goes in like that. The reason I'm not going to be testing, to really give you an opinion on the length, the heat itself, well, I can give a little opinion, is because it's bloody 14 degrees. Yeah, it's been freezing the last few days, and right now it's 14 degrees. Typical. So I'm off to meet up with Stuart, and we're going to go out for a bimble. But let's start off. So it's 3:30 at the moment. I'm going to press the button. I'm going to press the button, and we'll see how long it takes. Right, oh, blimey. I could start to feel the heat already. Initial opinion is actually they're bulkier than the RSTs because I can just tell by the amount of space I've got here. But then again, these are extreme level, whereas the Paragon 6s are not. So interested to see how it goes. I've also got my older V501 Keis vest with me, but I'm not going to be probably using that for 14 degrees. And I do have the new, is it the 601 coming to to review. And I just so you understand one thing, these gloves I paid for my own money, so this review is not even slightly sponsored. Now, as I mentioned, it's 3:30. They say you get 3 hours out of a set of batteries. So if I can stand the heat, we'll see if I can keep them on for 3 hours and see until they run out. So obviously I ain't gonna film for the whole 3 hours, but I will take you along, to wherever we are gonna go, and rock and roll. Peace. See you on the road. Alright, here at Stewart's, and that means the gloves have been on now half hour, and my hands are on fire. I don't think I'm going to last 3 hours, or however long the batteries last. Oh my god. Oh, just for YouTube, Stuart actually sat with his new vest on in front of the telly, and and I could just imagine the looks he was getting off the missus. Yeah, I can definitely feel that they're bulkier, but good winter gloves, sort of bulkier. You could probably ride these without even turning them on. But one thing I'm definitely noticing is that the heat is right over the top of my hands a lot more than the RST. Like the top, literally the top part here, it's really warm. It almost feels like it's a bit more of an even heat over my hand. And at the end of the day, you want the heat on the outside of your hands when you're riding a bike, which is why I've never bothered with heated grips. My hands are bloody warm. Because with the RSTs, if it was really cold, it would just kind of make your hands feel neutral, because it would take the edge off. Whereas these, yeah, I got a feeling that these gloves are brilliant, but we'll see. The heat goes right down to the end of the fingers. That's brilliant, that is. I like how they've put the button, compared to the 703s or 70, whatever they're called, a bit more to the left, so it's easier to hit with the opposite hand. Ergonomically easier to get to, I think. And there's only one other pair of gloves in the Keis range that's got the high level of heat, and that's those the touring ones, and they go to high, whereas these go to extreme. So well, we're down to 11 degrees, 11.5 degrees, and my hands are still... Oh, it's fucking raining now. Oh. Yep. As soon as I see someone to pull over. Not here. In here. Let me have a look at rain radar. I'm 100% sure. Alright, change of plan. We're going somewhere else because we were riding into the rain. But I get to try out my little windscreen wiper. Trouble is, it's got the camera in the way. Actually, the windscreen wiper on the RST worked better. Stuart just said, despite the rain, it's warm and dry. Oh, blimey. It is raining. Well, they do say they're water resistant, these gloves, so we're finding out. I would have liked to have not found out on the first ride out. So we didn't escape the rain anywhere. I thought we'd come to infinity. Hour and 10. Toasty. You're what were you at? Oh, you turned yours off, yeah? I was at medium. So Stuart was at medium and toasty. And these are seriously warm. I'm not joking. These are seriously warm. Oh, let's go and look at some motorbike stuff. Right, so it's now coming up to 3 hours. It's absolutely pissing it down. The gloves are still going strong. They are starting to leak around the little finger here, but that's about it. But 3 hours so far. Now it's now down to it was down to 6 degrees, and like I said, soaking wet. and temperature wise it got down to just being comfortable opposed to it from being really hot. So pretty damn impressed so far. Like I said, we hit the 3 hour mark now, and it absolutely pissed down the whole time. The gloves are really wet, they're still warm, but the little fingers, there's a little bit of leakage around there. That's it so far. Right, conclusion of the battery test is that 2 hours 50 minutes on this one, and this one was still going. So I think we're looking about 3 hours. Temperature wise, oh man, these gloves are awesome. It absolutely pissed down there today, and these are sodden wet. And just towards the end, I started to feel a little bit of water on the little finger. So there's a little bit of leakage in there. Temperature wise, the temperature on the bike was showing 6 degrees towards the end of the ride. It was getting dark and it was really, 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 really raining. I think that it almost just became like, you didn't feel the warmth anymore. You just didn't have cold hands. You know, I've come back from a ride and it was absolutely pissing down, and you know, I didn't have cold hands, but it didn't feel hot towards the end. So I think it was starting to struggle, but probably dealt with it far better than any other glove on the market. So like I said, they're wet. Just get the batteries on charge. Of course, with a cable, you're not going to worry about 3 hours, but they're not 100% waterproof. I'm wondering whether to put some waterproofing on them, although I haven't been caught out in that kind of rain for years. It really did piss it down. I had to take the camera off in the end. These are some seriously awesome gloves. Fit very well. Keep your hands toasty warm. Recommended. And no, I don't get paid to say that, and I bought these with my own money. So please like and subscribe if you watched the video so far, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.